Losel versus Purepure.
So good against Gunflame, but that's really the only application.
15 minutes,
In
yeah.
this matchup, I think Aegis is going to be a much bigger piece of the puzzle. It stops Rifle. It stops. Does it stop 5H? I think it does. Probably. Maybe not actually, because you can cancel it. I'm not sure, but it cancels Grenade. Yeah, it's got a lot more uses in this matchup, and I think obviously the Rifle is a good way to contest if she's trying to set up houses from across the screen. Yeah.
So
But Aegis is going to completely nullify that. And give
Losel was actually put into losers by
his gameplay while it's available and while it's active and while it's not available. So
fucking Dot Nova. That's right. He's put into losers by Dot Nova. I think I'll do Kadako versus Deb next time I stream, which will either be Monday or Tuesday, depending on a number of factors. But I'll probably post up on my Twitch regularly about when I'm gonna do the rest of this, because I'll probably do top 6 in a day, and then what do I want to do after? I had an idea of what I wanted to do after in terms of a stream. I might re-follow up on my Ana practice. And then I might do Ana practice. I might do that under night analysis I wanted to do. I was gonna do like a beginner friendly Eunice analysis. See, there's a lot of people like trying to learn how to play Eunice right now. So I wanted to do something like that in order to help them out. So this will probably be the last match that I'll do.
The fact that certain characters force you to play the game differently, and I think out of every character in the game, Jacko is definitely the #1 on that list. Oh, yeah. She's forcing you to play her game, and you got to really play differently than you do in any other matchup.
The Lost Soul Classic, letting the intro rock.
This is a calling card almost at this point. But this is top 8. He deserves it.
Yeah, yeah. I love Jacko's intro anyway, so this is fine.
Jacko's intro sick. Puts on the fucking evil mask.
It's so, yeah, it's just...
All right, here we go. Lost Soul on the left. Oh, and the early hit and the early burst.
You see him immediately with the A.
Jesus fucking Christ, this early burst.
All right, here we go. Lost Soul on the left.
Man, that is a scary burst too, because he did it on 2H, but he pulled pin. So he definitely saved. He definitely got lucky. But I guess, if you're Lost Soul, how on earth would you expect that?
Oh, jump D it might stop also.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Snipes. So one of the things to note about this matchup, right, is that a lot of Jacko's regular moves are projectiles. 5H, shotgun, snipe. She has a lot of projectile moves. I think even Pineberry is considered to be a projectile in certain situations. Like, I think the explosion is considered to be a projectile, but I think the Pineberry itself is not. I could be wrong on that. I don't remember. But it is something to worry about on the regular, right? So you have to worry about when Aegis is up and when it isn't, because if she pops Aegis in the middle of nowhere, then you have to be able to adjust your game plan on the fly. Good thing is that CQC mode, the shotgun mode, is pretty darn good. Wow, finds the 5D.
There you go.
Oh, trying to keep it burst safe, accidentally drops it.
Still got those minions set up, though.
Yeah.
They're not on screen just yet. There it is.
So
He's gonna think about trying to kill them with
Purepure just trying to get houses set up. Saves the houses. They're level 2 and they're almost level 3. So he saves the houses because they were about to get destroyed. Sets the P house. Nice reversal throw. I would have expected double set, so the fact that Lost Soul was able to react to that in time was very smart, or was very impressive.
really difficult to play against this.
Fucking super command grab. And the thing about super command grab, just like a lot of the things that Jacko does, is that it takes up so much time. Look how high she gets. Oops.
Wow.
Minion kind of messed it up and kind of let her out, but that was a good scramble from Purepure to sort of try to keep him in block zone. And now he set up the Aegis, right? So remember what we were talking about before. As soon as he sees the sniper, he sets up the Aegis. Or, sorry, as soon as he sees the Pineberry, he sets up the Aegis and he backs up. And now he has control of the screen. He can't back up as far or Lost Soul has a control of the screen, but Purepure has the control of positioning. So Purepure is able to push the advantage and sort of make sure that he's unable to get out of the corner. And with that, all the houses back here are able to set up.
This is not good. He sets up one, and this is one of the best situations he can be in. One close to put early block, one in the middle, and one way behind.
Yeah, so let's talk about the setup positionings that he has on the houses. When you have this setup positioning and you have the ability to put someone in a block stun, or you have the ability to play good defense or whatever, basically you have the house from very far away, which is basically completely safe. You have the house up close, which you want this one. I'm pretty sure this is a P house, but you want it to be the K house. You have the house up close, which is the one that does immediate blocks, and you're able to play off it with the character himself. And you have the one right here, which is like sort of the middle ground between the two. So basically, when you have this house set up, you don't ever have to worry about where your houses are, because as long as they're not dying, you can play offense wherever. It's one of the best house setups you can have.
But none of the minions picked up the combo. Whoa.
They blew up immediately.
Whoa.
Why'd they blow up immediately?
They blew up immediately.
I got hit with the 6K, but none of the
3.
They blew up immediately.
Whoa.
Oh, it disconnected the controller.
Oh, wow.
By the way, this is like one of the best win animations ever. Like the fact that she swings from the clock.
Still plugged in.
Like she swings like she swings from the clock like a grandfather clock pendulum.
It disconnected the controller.
Oh, wow.
This is one of the best win animations ever. It's so good.
Plugged in.
Oh. All right, we're good. We're good. Maybe.
Yeah, just play it. Play it out. Play it out.
Okay, they're going. Oh, it's danger time.
Wow.
The minion is looming.
Sistine Chapel. Start off strong.
The minion and then clips Purepure with the jump S.
Oh, finds the low again. This is great.
Purepure
Look at this damage.
Okay, this is exactly what you need. Danger time or not, this is how you take rounds against Jacko.
Oh, did Pineberry fuck him up?
Time or not, this is how you
Yeah, so one of the things to know is that a lot of the times super freezes will not stop projectiles in what they do. So when he goes into freeze frame right here, or he goes into freeze, the timer will stop up here, but this one will not. So he actually forgot about the Pineberry, and the Pineberry exploded in his face, dropping the combo.
There you go. House is leveling up too, but he empties the
There you go. Empties the clip in front of his face. 5H gets the hit. He plays off the fact that he got danger time.
Purepure with his burst back. Lost Soul working on his.
Sets up Aegis in response to the sniper from downtown, and then Lost Soul responds to the Aegis. Runs in. Right into the loving arms of Purepure, though.
Tacking on a little bit of extra damage there.
He's gonna pop it to set up.
So,
Purepure with his burst
see,
back.
he goes into sniper. Sets up Aegis. I want enough of that. I'm going to double set because of how far you are. He picks up, which is the greedy part of this.
Aegis, look, got all
And he doesn't get the full combo,
Yeah, as soon as he goes full
but he gets a hit.
he's gonna pop it to
Spit.
set up, and that's not a bad idea.
Spit.
tacking on a little bit of
So,
extra damage there.
sets him up behind him. 3 houses. This is a good situation to be in the corner, and that's about it. If you're able, this is like a good way to win rounds.
Really, it's not so much
As soon as he gets this Kame house to be level 2, this is really difficult. Now this is mega difficult.
the more the houses level up, the more the minions spawn, the more the minions move towards you.
Oh, he finds the hit. That was
Yeah,
difficult.
and he finds the hit. Big thing. Sets up, resets all the houses. I was reaching there with that EX command grab. But he gets the 6H counter hit and just decides to set.
Nice lightweight.
K minion able to, or K house able to get to level 3. So Jacko's still in a great position, honestly.
Yeah, goes in the Aegis and then sets up.
And you see him trying to just move the houses forward because the corner is no longer his home. That's what I was talking about before, is that the houses, when they're this close to the corner and they're all set up like that, it's kind of difficult for you to sort of really use them in any other situation other than you in the corner. So when they had that previous setup, when you had both 2 of them in the corner and 1 in the very center, then you had the ability to really play wherever you want on the screen. But when you have them in that situation, you really can only play in the corner, and you have to sort of bet on the fact that you have the ability to keep them there for as long as possible. Now, that being said, Purepure did really good on getting a lot of damage while he was there, and he still got the houses to level up to level 3. So, all things considered, he played that very, very well.
Oh, that minion barely missed him. He moved forward.
So now this is the second problem. Remember, we're talking about the houses, and if they're set up in the corner like that, then you have to play in that corner. Lost Soul able to find the hit and push him all the way to the other side.
All right, Aegis over now. Let's see if
So
Lost Soul
finds the jump D, Uses the Pine Berry to cover him, gets the overhead with the 6P, and he OTGs on top of that to push as far as possible. So as long as he's able to constantly get the hit, those minions are going to reset even if they level up. So he's constantly finding the hit here. Wait, just to confirm in my head, did that 5H hit the houses as well? Runs in. I think they hit at least once. Yeah, killed 2 of the houses. Big win for him. Just the S house left. If you're going to leave any one of the houses alive, leave the S house. It's the least important for non-bigs, non-big characters. Empty the clip, gets the knockdown. Takes a... Oh my god, was that it? Oh my god, it leveled up. So 1 more hit left in the house. Tries to go, he's going to go in. He's going to 5K this house. Look at, she put the boot up. She's about to kick this house in there. Fuck this pumpkin. Nope. Level up. That's mega unfortunate. That shit sucks. She tried to step on that house. She tried to step on that pumpkin and it got buff. Well, it came to life as soon as that boot came up. Just trying to 5K all those houses out of the way. Zest, good reaction on the late air dash. Yeah, and you see, this is what happens when you get to play good defense, right? So he takes a big risk on a Zest. It works out. He backs up afterwards, playing good defense. And in the meantime, while he's playing good defense, these minions are about to help her out. And Purepure trying to take his turn away. Oi. Look at all that damage. Oh, no, the Pine Berry's still on the ground. He had to burst to keep the round alive. Empty the clip. Wow, he fell out in the middle of the hits, but that was a good reaction from Lossel. Good reaction from Lossel there. Oh, boy. Nice confirm. 5K, 3H knockdown. Hasn't had any houses set up, so he wasn't able to get the most out of it. In fact, the one house that did have some time on it got killed. Throw the house. It's just the S house. No one gives a shit. The K house is still leveling up behind you. Homies are about to come away. There you go. Spit. Set the house up. There you go. Good situation to be in right now. Look at this crazy reaction, right? So reaction to the minions messing up his knockdown with the 3H is he grabs the house, takes his baby away, and then throws it back in and puts him in the blocks, and once again he has to spend the dead angle. Unfortunately loses the K house. But by the way, remember what I was saying about fireballs? They are still alive in freeze frame situations. So chuck the Pine Berry. They clash. Pine Berry is still moving even though time and everything else has stopped except for them. And the house, on top of which, is also leveling up still. So this is 3 seconds where the house gets to level up. RC's to keep the pressure up. He knows he's close to level 3. RC for the pressure. He's close to level 3. He knows he can get it in a second. Spit. Doesn't even need it. So still got the pressure up. So that was good. That K house was really the saving grace of this that set or that round specifically. Reset. P minion messes it up, but she still is able to set up houses. That was a good block string from Lost Soul to kill one of the houses as well. Kills the second one of the houses. S house is the only one that's left. Just ignores it altogether. So this is how little importance that the S house is in a couple of these matchups. Is that he just avoids it completely. He just doesn't care. Why would he? Right? It's the least importance. So he's just gonna leave it back there. I mean, I kind of would have killed it still because it is a free kill on the house, but you know, is what it is. It levels up actually right when he goes through it when the Bridal Express. That was like a very similar situation to when he was in the corner. Overclocks the minions. Look how fast they're moving. They're getting him out of the corner. That crazy zest, but then the reversal throw puts him in the corner. So he has all great level houses, but the problem is that both the P and the K are way too far for his use. And the only one that he has next to him is the S. And yeah, it's a level 3, but it's a fucking S house. Spit to the ground. Goes for the late cross up, and then the P minion helps him out. That was pretty dirty. Late air dash backwards. You don't have a lot of situations where people are just plopped right in front of you, so you don't see a lot of those mix-ups anymore.
It seemed like at the beginning, the rounds that Purepure was winning were going long. You know, it was really whittling them away, whereas the rounds that Lost Soul was winning were going very quick. And now we just saw a couple of quick rounds from Purepure, so could be trouble here for Lost Soul. He's got to figure something out. He's got one game left to work with.
Did take a second to think, though, so maybe he's figured something out in the middle. Got rid of one of the houses here.
Thought he had to jump in over the 3H, but he actually just jumped right into the waiting 2S from Jacko.
Got the command grab.
Trying to figure out why he thought that he would be able to set P house in that situation. So he grabs the house, right? And then chucks it. Oh, I guess he chucks it high enough where he's able to set in the block stun and then gets the command grab. Man, that's a dirty sequence. Very nice. Gets the combo as well. Grab, spit. None of the minions mess it up, and he overclocks right afterwards too. Good box super jump, or I keep saying box jump when people like just jump straight up air dash, but good super jump out. She has a very high super jump, so it's definitely good for this. And then finds the jump H on the way out, even resetting the minions. So like, these little hits matter so much versus Jacko because you're able to reset all the minions in those situations.
That was a great blitz back.
Yeah, he needed that. He's going to be able to kill the houses with this combo, I think. Oh, one of them died.
Yeah, gets the other one right there.
Yeah, and he killed all the houses, just the S house behind him. It is a level 3.
Saw the clash and canceled into 5B. And the low,
Yeah, the empty low after the house.
Oh, wow, he pulled that cursor back in the last second.
Also has the ability to come back here. He got the meter. Spends it right there so he can get the full carry. Knock him on the noggin. That's it.
Yeah, that RC was so good because he wanted to get away as far from the houses as possible. Get him in the corner where you can do more damage. Definitely worth the 50%.
It also just led to a much better Oki situation. That mid-screen Oki was not going to be strong enough.
Both valid points brought up by both me and Ryan Hunter. I think a lot about the houses in this matchup. A lot of the times when I play matchups like this, like Jacko or Biken, who really make you think differently about how you're supposed to approach the risk reward of what you're doing, I really enjoy it quite a bit, so I really focus on it. In fact, we had a Jacko player in Oregon. Hellsap was very, very good. So I really focused on the risk reward in that game. He's a better player than me, so he would definitely take a lot of W's. But I found the fun in really playing around that risk reward. Anyway, it was good stuff from Lost Gold, though. I think he found some focused a little bit more about getting the hit and converting it into like a lot of corner carry. He focused, I think, a little bit less on the houses. At least that's what it felt like. Full set as soon as he's gone into sniper mode. You didn't see Lost Soul rush in that situation, which was interesting. So full air combo. This air combo is going to extend for as long as possible in order for him to get as many minions in around the way as possible. So look at all these minions hanging out. How's it going, y'all?
Overclock now.
I'm liking these super dashes out, but you know, all this time that houses were able to level up. They're close to level 3 on top of that. This is not a good look.
Yeah, so if you want to think about, like, in terms of, you know, this character is like the MOBA character, right? He's got houses, the minions that come in real quick. You want to think about it this way. What's in terms of MOBAs, what's your win condition? Well, you know, a lot of times it's like, oh, I got to get this guy to this level, and then he's able to take over the game. Well, what's your win condition if you're a character like Jacko? All 3 level houses, that's a win condition. Yeah, big air throw resets the minions. That's a big deal. Another 6P resets the minions. The burst resets the minions. Like, that's what I'm talking about when you have to have defensive resolve when you're playing Jacko. Wow, Sniper RC. That was impressive, honestly. That's a good way to keep the pressure up. And you see, like, although I talk about level 3 as a win condition for houses, he just took so much damage on the way out. Like, he just needs to play a little bit more defensively. But as soon as you find a moment, level 3 houses are a big deal. Nice RC. Man goes for the late air dash, too. Wow, that minion did not kill. There you go. So, shows you how important that level 3 house is. Even though he was playing bad defense for the most part, he did take that big risk on Zest. It worked out, and then he was able to get all the momentum from that because the level 3 houses were always there. In fact, I would almost argue to say that most times if you get all 3 level houses and they have a decent amount of health, that Jacko should win that round. It's like getting megas. It's like getting megas in Dota. Like, if you get megas in Dota, then you should win. That is a win condition. That is why it is important to get all the barracks. Is so that when you get that, you win. If you get all level 3s as a Jacko player, you got megas, you win. You gotta win. When does Jacko get a super where she just gets to set a turret up? That'd be sick. There you go. Covering the houses with the Aegis. He tried to overclock, but that was a good recognition from Lost Soul. As soon as he saw the organ, he just dumped in YRC. Look at all this damage. Yeah, shotgun loops on, well, it's killing all the houses. Not a good look either. Nice. Reset. Goes for the pin set up that time. 6P was working out pretty well. Not a good burst. Not a good burst. And that's going to be it.
Lost Soul takes that one. Looked very good. Nice comeback, especially when Purepure really looked like he had a lot of the aggression in the set. It's good stuff.